The topic of tracing in the art community is like saying Voldemort's name in Harry Potter. So I wanted to speak on it and give my opinion, and also wanted to talk about the effects of tracing that can have on artists. Feel free to disagree or agree in the comments. I might change my opinion if you give me a valid argument back. Let's get started on depicting the different types of tracers I have seen in my time of being an artist. A photo tracer. Now this is how I began on digital art, especially in 2020, when I loved to draw cosplayers I found on Instagram. Having experienced being a photo tracer, it was fun for me until I started getting hate on the fact that I did. But I still enjoyed the vibe it gave off. It absolutely helped me with the line weight in my pieces in the future. It became a lot easier to visualize what I wanted to draw, and also help color in pieces by what the values I needed. Since if you try to color pick straight from the photo, the colors will end up looking muddy. Although it did help me on my pieces, but it didn't benefit me with knowing the colors that correlated with each other or anatomy. Even though I could visualize the piece in front of me, I couldn't put it on paper. Here's an example of this. With digital art, I struggled heavily on imagining anything on the blank canvas, since I was so used to drawing traditionally that it felt like I was starting from scratch. So tracing photos made me more closed off trying new techniques, and also from studying anatomy. So even though I could draw like this, I was not able to replicate it by myself, in which if you like this style and are content with learning good color values and line art, then it's totally for you. I don't think people should get hate for this kind of tracing, because art is totally supposed to be fun and subjective to who made it. I find it annoying that there are such high standards in the art community when art is supposed to speak differently for everyone. 3D model tracers. I absolutely love tracing these, especially to save time on my drawings. People who hate on 3D models have to be the most unfun people ever. I don't understand why art can't just be chill. The tools are there to help you and also benefit us. Even if you don't like someone tracing 3D models, why hate them for just that? It's so bad on TikTok when I see someone show a speed paint and they start off with a 3D model. I can smell the comments from a mile away. Even your favorite comic books or mangas are usually traced to save time. So I don't understand why there's so much hate around this, especially when the artist is also being upfront about it, or when the artist shows speed paints of their artwork. They just seem to get even more hate than just hiding it. All of us have different goals in our art journey, and for someone to just nitpick and ask you to do what they want to do, that's just not how the art community should be acting. Free bases tracer. A lot of beginner artists use free bases because they struggle with anatomy or those amazing poses you see that people are able to create from thin air, and I used to use these a lot in my past. It's a fun way to get used to drawing clothing, hair, and other different things without needing to study anatomy overall. As long as you don't pretend it's yours, I think it's fine to post with the artist it came from. Free bases don't always mean free without credit. Sadly, no one ever knows who made it in the first place because of how Pinterest works with saving pins. Luckily, if you reverse Google search it, you will probably find the artist. I hope this way it helps give credit to people who have made these works. AI tracers. Now this is where I'm getting to the this is a no-go type of situation, because of the reason why no one should ever trace AI things. Taking from AI is just the same thing as taking from artists that have made those pieces. It's just a big mix of artists all around the world. I even have a video calling out a person who has done this in the past, and worst of all, these people end up trying to say it's their work and selling it as their own. AI tracing would just be unacceptable to my eyes, and I hope that many others' eyes too. It's not beneficial for the pollution or real artists. I did say things like tracing 3D figures is a great tool, so you might come back to say AI could be used as a tool in this way. To that, I have to say AI is an amazing tool for things like science, but when it comes to generative AI, all it does is steal work from artists all around the world just to spew it out. Other artist art tracer. I think this one's the most obvious one that no one should be doing. The only way I see this as okay is a way to use it as studying someone else's art style. I've seen it a lot with mangas or comics to understand why they draw the way they draw. I even have studied other artists' art styles for the 10 art style challenge. This challenge really does benefit you if you want to learn other people's artworks. Now, trying to play it off as it's your own artwork, that's where I think it's wrong. Art is all about being creative and having fun with it. I hope many artists that do trace and pretend it's theirs finally realize that it's not the best way to go forward with. I'd 100% rather see an artist try and struggle with their artwork instead of just pretending another person's artwork is theirs. I really vibe with people who trace as long as they don't say it's theirs, and if someone doesn't really want you tracing their shit, then respect them. I think us artists kind of have an unspoken rule to let each other study study from each other, but if someone states otherwise, then just respect their wishes. It is not a big deal. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and of course I'd like to hear your opinions on these too. My commissions for $10 chibis are open if you'd like to buy one. And on TikTok I am giving out free drawings. You just have to comment down below on one of the videos.